Hi, this is Kamera, and I would like to welcome you to my first few minutes with God, which is reading His Word. So, my plan is this entire year, read the Bible from beginning to end in 365 days. Today is day number 1, and I've read Genesis 1 through 3, and it was about the creation of the earth. It was all black, it was all dark, there was no form, just all water. And so God created separation of the waters, and He also placed the waters that were on earth one location. He created the dry ground. He added or created seed-bearing plants, trees, fruit, vegetables. Isn't that something? Seed-bearing, so it would be reproduction. He also created sea creatures, sky creatures, birds, right? Land creatures, and he told us he blessed us and told us to be fruitful and to multiply. Isn't that something? Now, he did all of this. He also created the stars. He created the moons. That's for nighttime. He created the sun for the daytime. But he used those also so that we'll be able to determine the day, the month, the year, the season. Also, we use those for direction and the time. And so, yeah. So he taught us how to use what he blesses us. He continued to teach us how to use what he blessed us. He did all this in 6 days, created all this in 6 days. On that 7th day, he rested. I think it's a wise thing that he sat, that 7th day, he observed everything he did, saw that it was good, he rested. So we need to learn from that. So get this, fast forward. He had already told man not to eat of, he can eat of everything, just not this one tree of knowledge of good and evil. We got that, right? If you do, you're going to die. And so fast forward, God had created this, he said that it's not good for man to be alone. So he created these animals, brought them to the man. Man didn't see anything that was, suitable for him as a partner, but he did name them. And so what God did for him, I love the fact that God knew he needed that partner. He said it's not good for man to be alone. So he put the man to sleep, and then he takes his rib and he creates another being just like him, just a little bit better. And so he called her woman. I mean, that man was like, whoa, best gift ever. And so fast forward, God tells them that he's joined them together and they are one flesh. Isn't that something? And so fast forward, the woman is deceived by the serpent. And husband's right there, not saying anything, just partaking that. God confronts them. And yeah, the man blames God. And he basically, if you ask me, I said he blamed God and he blessed the woman. He said, the woman that you gave me. And so because of their disobedience, there were cursed. God told them that you are going to die. You are eventually going to go back to the earth you came from. You're going to go back to dust. And that, the serpent said that they'll never die. Yeah, you're going to die. You believe the tempter over God. We need to learn that. We need to be careful, guys. The tempter is always present. We're going to believe God over the tempter, right? So, the serpent became a snake. The woman, she now is in labor when she's in labor, having kids. The man, he's got to work hard for his money, for survival. And I love the fact that God was so gracious enough, though, to dress them before he exiled them from the garden. And so there you have it, guys. That's basically what it is. But I asked you to read it because there's a lot more to that. God is a good God, a wonderful God, a creative God. Ask God that he help us with this journey that we completed successfully. And that he give us a mind desire to do it, right? And teach us, Lord, who you are through your word, Lord. And we just thank you. We give you all the glory and the honor in the name of Jesus. Guys, that's day number 1. Our first few minutes with God. Genesis chapter 1 through 3. You have a God-filled blessed day.